So I was just sitting here reading, and I was just thinking about when I was a little kid. I loved reading. I learned to read at a very young age. My mom did a great job. I have opinions about my mom, but she did a great job of teaching me how to read when I was really young. She would read to me every single night, and she bought me like Disney read along books and then the books on tape that went with them. So I would listen to the tapes and follow along with my finger. And when she was reading to me at night, I would follow along with the words. And so I learned how to read even before kindergarten. I remember going into kindergarten and the teacher was like, wow, you're so good at reading already. And she would set me up with like a group of 2 or 3 other kids and have me read to those kids while she was doing other things. Um, but when I got to like third grade, I started hating reading because the teachers would assign reading, and it was like stuff I wasn't interested in reading. I was like, I don't want to read this. I want to read the Babysitter's Club books. I want to read the the what were the Animorphs books? Like, I want to read stuff that I'm interested in reading. I don't want to read what you're assigning me. It's not interesting. It's not what I'm interested in. And also, one thing that made me hate reading in school was they had us read these like short stories. They were on like laminated plastic cards. They were short stories, and then at the end, they would have comprehension questions that ask specific things about what happened in the book. And I would get to those questions, and I'm like, well, I don't remember those things, but I remember a bunch of other stuff that I read. Like, I didn't remember the specific exact few questions that they were asking about. And that really discouraged me. And the point of those laminated cards was so that they could see where you were in your reading. Like, you would get one card, answer the questions, go to the next level, get the card, answer the questions, go to the next level. So it was like a way for them to like assess your reading skill. But I hated that. I hated that because I could never answer the 3 questions that they were asking, but I could basically summarize the whole story and tell you a few important things that happened that weren't in those questions. Also, anyway, the point of this video, I'm not going to edit this. I'm just going to post it. But the point of this video was I was just sitting here reading, and I was doing this. I was flipping my hair, like I talked about in a past video. I actually cut my bangs too short, so I can't do it very well. I was flipping my hair, I was like this, and I was like really focused. And I also remember being in the classroom and being so into whatever I was reading at the time that I would get really tense and like flip my hair, and like the kids would make fun of me. And so I started to hate reading. And at first I started to hate reading in the classroom when I was around other people and other kids because they were making fun of me, and because the teacher was making me read stuff I wasn't interested in. So I would just read at home, but at some point I just stopped reading as a kid. I just didn't like it anymore. I didn't want to do it anymore. Yeah, so that was really sad. But as an adult, I rediscovered that I do like reading. And at first I started with audiobooks because I couldn't shut my brain off and quiet it enough to focus on text books. But when I was also in college, I would use the text-to-speech apps, and so I would just listen. And that seemed to help me understand what the reading and the book was about. And then I started doing that stuff that I did when I was a little kid. I would listen to the audio, the text-to-speech or whatever, or the audiobook, whatever it was, and I would follow along in the book, in the textbook, the words. And so then I rediscovered reading. So anyway, that was a long way to say that if somebody's reading a book and they're like chewing their fingers or like flipping their hair, like just don't say, you don't have to say anything. Don't bother them. They're in it. They're in the book. They're in it. Like, if I don't do this in classes when I was a little kid, when people started to make fun of me, when I stopped flipping my hair and I would really like try to hold myself still in class, not tap my foot, not flip my hair, not chew on my fingers, tried to stop myself from doing all that stuff. And that took up so much energy that I couldn't focus on the book that I was reading or the text that I was reading. So it made me hate reading. And as an adult, now I'm like, yeah, I'm going to flip my hair at you because it helps me focus. So, yeah, if you're discovering that you're also autistic and you're trying to not stim because other people look at you weird, just do it. Just do it. And if they think you're weird, just be like, I'm autistic. Leave me alone. I'm trying to read. I'm trying to focus. This is how I focus. So yeah. Read books. Read more books. Like, one of the major problems we have in America is that people are not reading books. Like, I don't care what you read. I don't care if you read Trump's Art of the Deal. If you're a Trump supporter and you read his little whatever book, Art of the Deal or whatever it's called, just read something. Like, just read something, anything. Because reading a book is so good for your brain, and it makes it so that you're not like arguing. You're actually sitting down to listen to one side of the perspective and really thinking about their side. Because part of the other problem we have in this country is that we're all like talking over each other and we're all interrupting each other. And I really feel like sitting down and reading a whole book, that helps you learn how to stop yourself, listen to the other person, take in everything they're saying before you start thinking about what you need to say or what you want to say, and before you start interrupting and talking over them.